coin and card enthusiasts out there. It is I, Dax Collects, and welcome to the 2025 Year in Review. I have a lot to share this time. Instead of just going over the coin roll hunting finds, we'll also go over all of the other stuff that's been going on here in my life last year, such as the PSA submission, where I sent some cards away to a grading company, and they basically just grade your cards based on condition. So, had fun doing that last year, and these are the highlights from that submission. And I'll talk about how my year went, what my future plans are for 2026. So without further ado, let's start with our coin roll hunting journey in 2025. Well, what can I say about this year? It has been a spectacular year for silver finds. I told myself in the previous year in review video that I will be opening more half-dollar boxes, and I can definitely say I fulfilled that promise. I've went through about 25 half-dollar boxes, which is a great amount of half-dollar boxes. And because of that, I have found an exorbitant amount of silver half-dollars, which I will go in further detail later on today. So, what I'm going to do now is I will share you guys all of the best finds for 2025, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at these collection books and albums to show you all the current progress after the end of that year. So let's get right into it. All right, let's go ahead and zoom right in to the finds. We'll start with the pennies first. We found an Indian head penny last year, back in March 29th, 2025, in penny box number 113. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and check out that video where I found this penny, I'll go ahead and put the link in the description. This penny here is the oldest find from circulation, and I'm happy to have this in the collection. Man, what a beautiful coin. Next coin here is a spectacular find. We found a 1912 Denver Liberty Head V-Nickel in nickel box number 134. This coin here will go in the US Typeset album when I filmed the Season 3, Quarter 3 Best Finds video, which will come out sometime in late January or early February of 2026. Next up, we have this Mercury dime, found in dime box number 74. Not in the best condition, but still, you can definitely make out the details of the coin without any problems. You can see the Liberty head there and the fasces right there. Now, here's a coin that I am never going to find again in circulation. We found a silver Canadian dime from the year 1963 in dime box number 97. Man, I honestly cannot believe that here in the United States, I would ever find a silver coin outside of the country, but we managed to do it in this hunt, and I could not be any happier with this find. It filled a spot in the Canada 10 cents number 2 book. This coin is composed of 80% silver, which went on until about 1968, when they produced coins in silver as well as nickel. Now we'll go ahead and share the half dollars. Here's one right here, 1954 Denver from this half dollar box here, which I gotta say is one of the best half dollar boxes that I've ever gone through in my entire life. I would highly recommend watching that video if you have any time. It was an incredible hunt. Definitely one for the ages. Next coin is another Ben Franklin, a 1963 Denver found in half dollar box number 37. These coins were composed of 90% silver. There's the Ben Franklin bust on the obverse and the Liberty Bell on the reverse. This was the design before the John F. Kennedy series of coins. And not only did we find 2 Ben Franklin half dollars last year, we found another one. 3 in 1 year. This one in half dollar box number 42. Another 1963 Denver for the collection. I'll go over all of the additions from 2025. I didn't share any quarters this time, but that's because all these silver quarters that I have found are in the album, which I will share that with you here in a bit. But let's go ahead and check out the dollar coins next. First off, we have the Susan B. Anthony proof coin from 1980 San Francisco, found in dollar box number 2, which we went over in late November. Funnily enough, it was on Thanksgiving, and I spread it out to a couple days. I basically hunted that box for 3 or 4 days. Did some rolls one day, some rolls another day, and so on and so on. And along the way, we found this beautiful Susan B. Anthony proof coin. I'll basically just share you guys all these coins together. Look at all of these gold proof coins. They're not composed of gold, but they have the appearance of a gold coin. We found a Sacagawea proof and 4 presidential proof coins. Man, I gotta say, the John Adams and Thomas Jefferson proofs look stunning. They have an extreme deep cameo finish. And then the other 2, not really noticeable, but they are proofs nonetheless. That is all of our best finds from 2025. Now let's go over some additions. First up, from this collection book, the number 1 Lincoln Cents book, we have found a total of 6 additions. 1912 Denver, the 1914 Philadelphia, we found a 1917 Philadelphia. Next edition, 1925 Denver, and finally, 1929 San Francisco. We did not find a single semi-key date penny in 2025. So, any of them that have extremely low mintages, like this 1924 Denver we found, that's a semi-key date. The 1911 S is a semi-key date. And one more, for example, the 1915 San Francisco is a semi-key date. The key dates are like these coins, the 1909 S, the 1909 SVDB, the 1914 Denver, and the 1931 S. The chances of finding those coins are extremely difficult, aka they're pretty much impossible. And the fact that it's going to be even more difficult to acquire penny boxes is going to make it even more difficult to find them. Now we'll take a look at number 2. Now we still have not found any 1943 Denver or San Francisco steel pennies in circulation, but we have made some excellent progress as far as upgrades go for this book. We have found a crazy amount of red wheat pennies this year. Look at the 1952 Denver, 1951 S, 51 Denver, 55 Denver, 54 S. What a beautiful wheat penny. And this lustrous 1958 Denver. As we continue hunting pennies, we will try our best to fill in as many upgrades as we can. Maybe send some of these coins to PCGS for certification. Now it's time to go over the Buffalo nickels. And I gotta say that this year definitely was one of the best years for Buffalo nickels ever. We found one key date Buffalo nickel, and I believe we may have found a semi-key date as well. The key date we found, actually, that was Evil Dax that found it, was this crazy find, the 1913S Type 2 Buffalo nickel with a mintage of 1.2 million. And I'll show you guys this up close just to give you guys a better view and to show you guys that it's a Type 2. There's the 1913 year. Definitely not very easy to see. And there's the ground in recess design with the San Francisco mint mark. By far one of the craziest finds of all time. Way crazier than the Indian head penny and V-nickel find. And along with this coin, we found 12 more Buffalo nickel editions. So we found 13 in total. We expanded on our collection big time. So let's go over the editions now. So obviously this one is one. We found a 1913 Philadelphia Type 1 Buffalo nickel, 1915 Denver, 1920 Philadelphia and Denver, 1923 Philadelphia, 1924 Denver, that is a semi-key date Buffalo nickel, 1926 Philadelphia, 1927 Denver, 1929 San Francisco, and it's going to keep going. 1930 Philadelphia, 1934 Philadelphia, and finally, this 1936 San Francisco. We went from having 16 unique Buffalo nickels at the beginning of 2025 to now 29 out of 65 at the end of 2025. Of course, in 2026, we're going to try to find the rest of these Buffalo nickels and expand our collection even more. Now, here's a great find from the dollar box, number 2. The 2023 Denver, Mississippi First Human Lung Transplant American Innovations dollar coin with a mintage of roughly 400 to 500,000. A great find. All right, folks. I'll share the United States typeset with you last. So let's go ahead and start with the memorial cents. Now, I've bought this book last year to put these coins, these memorial cents, in this album instead of the book. And we found some nice red cents out of circulation. I'm going to take a look at these coins and figure out which ones I want to send away to PCGS. There are some beautiful examples. Most of them are uncirculated. Now let's go ahead and check out the Jefferson Nichols album. Here we found 3 new Jefferson Nichols for the collection, and they were very tough coins. We finally found the 1945 San Francisco, the 1948 San Francisco, and the iconic, most difficult Jefferson nickel to find in circulation, the 1950 Denver. I honestly could not believe we found that in circulation. And just to show you guys, there is that Denver mint mark. And now all we have left is the 1939 Denver to complete the set. Will we find it in 2026? You guys want to find out. We're going to have to keep opening those nickel rolls to try and find it. Here's our overall progress for the Roosevelt Dimes collection. We have found 6 new silver dimes that we have plugged in here. Let's go over them now. First up, the 1946 Denver. We found a 1949 Denver, 1951 Denver, 1956 Philadelphia, 1961 Philadelphia, and the 1962 Philadelphia. So 6 more additions. Now we have found a total of 31 out of 48 silver Roosevelt dimes. How many more of these can we find in 2026? Again, you guys will have to see in the future. Now the Washington quarters. We found 6 new silver quarter additions in 2025. Starting with the 1941 Philadelphia, 1947 Philadelphia, 1952 Denver, 1958 Denver, 1959 Philadelphia, and the 1964 Philadelphia. 6 more additions. Now we have found a total of 15 out of 83 silver quarters. Excellent. And here's the Kennedy half dollars album. Here's all of the silver half dollars for this album. And their reverses. Plus we have a 74S, a 1983S, which we filled in not too long ago, 1988S. In this album, we're still missing a few NIFCs, so there's still plenty to find. And here's the other Kennedy half dollars album, which only has just the circulated coins, no proofs. We still haven't found the 1970 Denver yet, a very tough coin to find. But as you can see, we have filled in all these coins already. And we also found every NIFC here. So these are all filled in. And that's a look at all the albums. And now I'll share you guys the US typeset. This is a good transition to our purchases from 2025. So let's go over them now. Here's what the first page looks like. We have the coronet braided hair, flying eagle, this 1906 Indian head penny, the 1932 Denver that's still here, and the steel penny, as well as the memorial. Next up, we still have this 1909 V-nickel until we go through the season 3, quarter 3 best finds, and we'll plug in the 1912 Denver here instead. Made an upgrade for the Buffalo nickel, and here we go, folks. I've made 3 new purchases for the dimes right here. We have the 1853 Seated Liberty with arrows. Next up, the 1891 Seated Liberty Legend and the 1907 barber dime. I bought all of these three together for $45 at an estate sale. Now, I might have been overcharged for these coins, but the history is why I bought them, not the price. So, excellent pieces for the collection. This page remains the same. We made a few changes for the half dollars. The Morgan dollar still there, as well as the Clyde Eisenhower. And this page is just the bicentennial and modern coinage. And that's a look at this typeset as of the end of 2025. I'm going to buy more coins in the future to build that collection up even further. And along with those dimes, I also bought 3 MS-65 steel pennies here for $70 in total for these 3 coins. There they all are, showing off their beautiful luster. 43 Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. And all of the reverses for these coins. I honestly have a fascination for these steel pennies because these were only intentionally minted in 1943 because they had to change the composition of these coins during World War II since copper was a critical war material. They used that for many things during that time. Instead of these being composed of copper, they were composed of steel. Zinc-plated steel, to be exact. And I love the design of these steel wheat pennies. Absolutely gorgeous. Another purchase that I've made was this. An MS-64 1936 San Francisco Buffalo nickel. Bought this for $81 on eBay. I took part in the auction and I won the bid and received this coin about a week later. There's the San Francisco mint mark right below 5 cents and a beautiful, beautiful coin showing the American bison on the reverse, and the field is incredibly lustrous, as well as the obverse field as well. And the Native American right there on the obverse. Just a magnificent looking coin. Very happy with this purchase. And the last one that I've made was this MS-67 silver-clad Eisenhower dollar from the year 1972 San Francisco. Bought it in MS-67 because why not? It was about $42 online, and lately I've looked at it again and they priced it up even higher to $50. So I bought it when it was a little bit cheaper, and since silver now is experiencing record highs all time, this was an absolutely perfect purchase at the time to keep for the collection. And there we go, folks. That has been our journey throughout the year of 2025. And look at all of these silver coins that we have accumulated after going through these rolls almost 3 years later. Started my journey in February 1st of 2023, and to this very day, I will continue to coin roll hunt and post videos online for each and every one of you to share my finds. The grind continues. Now, for those of you that are unaware of the current news about the penny, the U.S. Mint has suspended production of the Lincoln penny indefinitely, meaning that there's not really a timeline for when the Lincoln pennies will be produced again, but from what I'm understanding, it seems that they might be done for good. So what that means is the penny will not be produced for circulation anymore. They will only be minted in limited quantities for collectors. So they might mint like a 2026 proof penny or something, or do some intricate design for the penny and release those in limited quantities. We will have to see. I'm not sure how it's supposed to go, but as far as circulation, they are no longer being produced. And that's going to make it even more difficult to acquire $25 penny boxes from my local banks. The bank that I go to every Wednesday for the longest time has always been doing an incredible job of stocking up these penny boxes for me to go through. And I am very thankful that they were so kind to me all of these years for selling these penny boxes to some average guy going through the rolls, finding some coins. And I got word that they were no longer going to sell penny boxes to customers sometime in November of 2025. And that broke my heart. It's going to make finding some wheat pennies in circulation extremely difficult this year. But we're going to try to find 100 unique wheat pennies. We only got to find 4 more to reach that goal. Now, I've been hearing from other people as well saying that because they discontinued the penny, they are also going to discontinue the nickel as well. Who knows when that's going to happen? Maybe early this year, middle of this year, late this year, who knows? But the cost of producing a nickel is about 14 cents per nickel. So it's definitely not viable for the US Mint to keep producing these coins today. So as a result of that, I have been buying 2 nickel boxes every week. So expect a lot of 4-box nickel hunts this year. I'm going to go to the extreme for that denomination. Let me know what your thoughts are about this year down below in the comments section. And you can also share down below what your 2025 was like for coins and anything else down below. Maybe you made some purchases online for certain coins. You coin roll hunted a bunch of coins like I did. Let me know. All right. Before I go over the entire review of 2025 for the coin roll hunting side, let's go over our total silver counts for all of the denominations. I'm excluding the war nickels for right now because I didn't really keep track of them this year, but I will in 2026, starting with the very first nickel box hunt. I'll keep track of every war nickel find and tally it up for the end of the year. Then when I film the 2026 year in review on January 1st, 2027, I'll share how many war nickels I found in 2026. So, in the year 2025, we have found a total of 38 silver half dollars. Absolutely smashed the 2023 and 2024 count. 5 of those coins are 90% silver, while the rest of the 33 are composed of 40% silver. We also found 8 silver quarters and 56 silver dimes, which includes the 1 Mercury dime and 1 silver Canadian dime. And that's a total of 102 silver coins found in 2025. I am so proud of myself for continuing this incredible journey, and there are no signs of stopping anytime soon. And I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you for watching my videos. Even though they're not the best quality, I try my best to condense all the hunts down for you all, make it easier to watch. And I just want to say again, thank you for watching. Now, to sum up this coin roll hunting journey for 2025, we said in 2023 that it was a great starting point for the journey. 2024 was absolutely phenomenal. And in 2025, it was by far the most fulfilling and absolutely, how do I describe this year in 2 words? The best way to describe 2025, it was extraordinarily fulfilling. Now, why do I say this? It's because of all of the grind, going through so many boxes every week, and just my love for finding every unique coin in circulation, as well as finding the elusive silver coins, is what keeps me going. This journey means so much to me. The amount of happiness that this brings me is at an all-time high. And without going through these boxes, basically, if my life was just composed of working and then going home and doing nothing, this would never happen. Everything here, this stuff here, would have never happened. And I could not be any happier with the overall grind and dedication to this one hobby here that has literally brought me so much joy these past 3 years. And I don't see any way that this is going to end. You better believe that in 2026, we're going to continue to look out for additions, upgrades, etc. for the books and the albums in our future coin roll hunts. And that's why 2025 was extraordinarily fulfilling. Here's to another great year of coin roll hunting here on the Dax Collects YouTube channel. And now that we have finished going through our best finds and overall review of our coin roll hunting journey, now it's time to do something a little different. As you can see here, we have 2 Elite Trainer boxes. Both of these are sealed. This one is Prismatic Evolutions, and this one is Journey Together. 2025 was also the year that I went to my local card shows. Essentially, a lot of people from small businesses were there selling their Pokemon cards and sports cards and you name it. And I would go there and buy some of these cards for the collection. I found this at the card show. I paid about $100 for this. And this was about, I want to say, $50 for this Elite Trainer box. This set came out literally in the beginning of 2025. And when it came out, everybody was trying to get their hands on Prismatic Evolutions. It was one of the most hyped sets from Pokemon in quite some time. I would say the last time it was probably the XY Evolution set, but it could have been somewhere in between as well. This set basically started the whole wave of people getting into Pokemon, which also unfortunately includes the scalpers. These scalpers would literally buy the whole lot of these Prismatic Evolution boxes and sell them for twice or even 3 times their MSRP, which is very unfortunate. It basically screwed up the whole Pokemon market from that time. And to this very day, I believe people are still scalping their hearts out when it comes to Pokemon. And I hate seeing that happen. All I can think about are the young kids that are missing out on Pokemon because of these scalpers. It's just very sad. I don't know why they do what they do. I mean, I guess it makes complete sense why they would, because they see true value in Pokemon, but they just ruined it for the rest of us, and it's very unfortunate. So, throughout the year of 2025, a lot of the Pokemon sets that came out that year were well over MSRP, which I would say for an Elite Trainer box was about $50. You would just go to a local retailer and they would charge you like $70 or $80. So about 30% over MSRP. But anyway, enough of that talk. I have several card box unboxing videos that I haven't even released yet on the channel for 2025. I still have some from 2024 that I haven't even uploaded yet. I am very behind on that, and I apologize for that. I'm going to try my best to post more of these card box unboxing videos for you all so you can see what I've pulled from, let's say, like NFL blaster boxes or obviously Pokemon boxes, etc. And I have found some rare cards in 2025, which again, I have yet to share that online with you all. Sorry for that. Also in 2025, we did a PSA submission video. And what that entails is you send your cards away to a grading company to get them certified. And I always go with PSA for my card submissions. They have a grading scale from 1 to 10, 1 being poor, 10 being gem mint. And what you got to look out for is the corners of the cards, the overall condition of the cards, the centering is correct. Everything's got to look good for it to get a very good grade. You'll want to aim for gem mint 10s. And I did a Pokemon trading card game submission. I want to say I sent over 23 Pokemon cards that year. And from that submission were these insanely valuable cards that I got back from them in very, very good grades. Let me share those with you real quick. So as you can see here, these are all the Gem Mint 10s that I ended up getting from PSA. This one here being the most valuable Gem Mint 10, the Charmander Obsidian Flames promo card here. There's that promo logo right there. And you can only get this from the Elite Trainer box. So there you go. And as you can see, it's got little to no issues at all. It was a perfect card to send away to PSA. This card's about a $250 card in a Gem Mint 10. Here's a Pikachu EX from Paldea Evolved. It's a double rare, not the best rarity of Pokemon, but still one I was comfortable sending away because of its overall condition. And it got a 10, which is phenomenal. About a $50 card. Here's a Clement's Quick Wit Gem Mint 10 from Surging Sparks. And it's a special illustration rare because of the 2 gold stars. And this card's about a $30 to $40 card in a 10. And here is this one. Toadscruel Gem Mint 10 from Paradox Rift. Illustration rare. And this card goes for about 60 to 80 bucks in a Gem Mint 10. So there's those. And there's also ones down here. These ended up being in grades lower than 10, but even with these cards grading lower than a 10, they're still worth quite a bit. This, for example, the Articuno Fire Red and Leaf Green Secret Rare card got a near mint 8, and it's about a $200 card in that grade. And it's one of the most beautiful cards that I've ever seen with that cracked ice hollow. Just an insanely gorgeous card. This one here is a Mew Black Star promo in a near mint 8. About a $75 card here. With some issues, of course. You can see in the corner there, it has been played on very slightly, but not much. These I've pretty much stored in my Pokemon binder for years. Here's the next one. We have a Tyranitar EX Holo from Pop Series 1 in excellent mint 6. This card's about $100 in its grade. And you can see why I would get a 6. Just look at those there. It's definitely been played on a little bit. But still a fantastic card for the collection. And this Gengar Holo from Legend Maker in a near mint 8 is about a $100 card. Again, you can see some problems there. Some dings on the card, but not too much else. And that's pretty much all of the cards. I have plenty of them right here that I just took out of the little display over here. I just love the overall look of this display, showing all my Pokemon cards that were graded and some sports cards as well. And then I set this up too just when I moved in to this condo where I keep my valuable graded coins at. And I like displaying this in each and every one of my videos. And with that, that will conclude the 2025 year in review video. Stay tuned for any of my latest videos. I also introduced a brand new series here on YouTube. It is the Appraising a Coin Collection series, where I go over someone else's coin collection and give you guys an overall value for that entire collection based on my given values. They might not be correct to some people or most people, but basically it's something that I evaluate. And I do a bunch of research as I'm going through that collection to give you guys a respectable value for the collection and what each piece is worth. So if you haven't checked out any of those videos, I'll put that playlist in the top right corner for you, so you can check it out. Now, as far as the channel goes, we ended off the year 2025 with 725 total subscribers. That's an increase of 71 subscribers from the previous year, which ended at 654. So thank you so much for these 71 subscribers that have joined in on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I strive to keep this channel free. I don't plan on having a Patreon account and making you guys watch exclusive videos that you have to pay for. I'm not like that at all. I will never, ever do that. Ever. Everything that I post here on this channel is free. So feel free to watch any of my videos anytime without a paywall behind it. I don't strive for fame, fortune, or anything like that either. So honestly, getting to 1,000 subscribers doesn't really affect me too much. I really don't care. But if you guys enjoy what you're watching, that's all that matters. I try to bring happiness to all of you as well. If you're feeling down or need something to watch to lighten your mood up a little more, maybe make you happier, that's what my YouTube channel is all about. Just keeping you guys entertained through these horrible years that we're living in. So that's what I try to bring to you guys. I hope I brought some smiles along the way from you guys. So we'll see how we do in 2026 for our coin roll hunting journey, as well as our card box unboxing journey. Maybe this year we'll have another coin collection to appraise. Maybe some more card shows to go to. I'll try to post my card show experiences with you all. I did one video, that's it, but I've also recorded plenty more that I haven't put out yet. So I have some future projects that I'm still working on today. I'm sorry that they're taking a while to get out there, but my coin roll hunting videos, I'm still posting 2 videos a week. That is not stopping anytime soon. So every Wednesday and Sunday, they will be up. But other than that, folks, I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you for another great year for this Dax Collects YouTube channel. Let's make 2026 a year to remember for a long time. And with that, now it is time to sign off. So thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Dax Collects, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. Good luck hunting, everyone, and have a happy new year. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you want to check out another video, click on the bottom left corner. See you guys next time.